All too often, we forget a lot about our compost piles. We pile on organic matter, leave it alone, and hope for the best. Eventually, some of the compost material matures, we spread it on the soil, and then wonder why things still aren't working. Is this you? You're making compost, you're applying compost, yet the plants still aren't responding the way you hoped. And then what do we do in these situations? We go out, we buy compost from somewhere else. Not that it's a bad thing, but the problem isn't always that we're using compost. Sometimes the problem is the compost itself. I think we need to start viewing compost as a place for microorganisms to grow so they can help kickstart soil function, much like what Dr. Elaine Ingham had been teaching us. The thing is, most people already have valuable resources around them. In many cases, what you can produce from those resources can be more valuable than what's being sold out there. And what is missing is management. What I'm saying is that you could make your compost piles a lot better biologically. And once you have high quality compost available, you can turn that material into a liquid bioblend, either a compost tea or a compost extract. So what do I mean when I say not all compost is worth brewing or turning into a liquid application? Well, brewing means extracting microorganisms and all that good stuff that was produced as part of the composting process and transferring them into a liquid. Compost you buy in a bag at a garden center can be very different biologically from compost purchased from a trusted supplier or even the ones you make carefully at home. In many cases, most of the foundational groups in those bagged compost are missing. A lot of them contain mostly bacteria. One of the main principles of quality when making liquid bioblends is understanding the quality of the compost you're using. That becomes especially important if you're applying these liquids to crops you intend to sell or eat. Compost quality affects soil function and ultimately plant health. Garbage in, garbage out. If what you're applying to your field, whether it's compost directly or some kind of liquid application, is low quality, you shouldn't expect high quality results at harvest. You want to ensure that the compost has gone through a properly managed aerobic decomposition process and ideally has been evaluated biologically. Evaluating the foundational groups like your bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and nematodes can tell you a lot about the quality of your compost. And you want to combine that with an understanding of how the pile was built and managed, which can help you decide whether that compost is even worth turning into a liquid bioblend. If the compost was poorly managed, went mostly anaerobic, or contains organisms you don't want to multiply and spray around, then brewing it can make the problem worse. This is why not all compost is worth brewing.